putting things in the right perspective and in logical arguments, Simon Ekpa is being detained by the Finland police on the suspicion of allegation bordering on terrorism. We all know that Simon Ekpa is a freedom fighter. The Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile is fighting for the freedom of his people as a result of the imbalance, destabilization, and insecurity in Nigeria, where people are being killed and there's so many atrocities going on to the extent that even the North are calling for division now. The Yorubas, the Duduwas are calling for division. This informed the position of Simon Ekpa, but today is being considered to be inciting uh, unrest in the eastern region. Now that he had been arrested, and of course, he will be given opportunity to defend himself. What do you think will be the outcome of this development?
Thank you for that wonderful question. So, I believe on this issue of Simon Ekpa being arrested in Finland, uh, the government also need to be blamed, the government of Nigeria, because the government themselves created a very big lacuna, in the sense that a tribe who has been heavily marginalized, this same tribe were being killed by Fulani herdsmen. The government could not protect the people he claimed they are governing over. And that was why, so when the government created that void, the likes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started, took that stand upon themselves to protect the people. So the people sees Mazi then as a messiah to them, because what the government could not do, this individual was actually doing it for them, to speak on their behalf, to actually form a vigilante group to chase away these criminals in the entire southwest. So Madam Kanu became like
The voice to reckon with.
a voice to reckon with. Even the governors in the state were not that influential influential as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when Mazi was arrested, I think in 2022, when Buhari arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and then extradited him back to Nigeria. So Simon Ekpa took that mantle upon him to fill in that gap. But one thing I will say, that one thing I am not in support of Simon Ekpa is the fact that that Monday sit at home. And what I will always say, if you're a freedom fighter, let your objective be known to the government. You are actually fighting a just cause. You are actually fighting to liberate the people from the slavery in this one Nigeria. But you telling the people to sit at home, even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave a directive while in DSS dungeon, he said that he should abolish Monday sit at home. You said, Ekpa said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu might be under duress. So until when Mazi comes out himself, that is when he would obey him. So and then for the killings, and then for the allegation of terrorism, I cannot speak about that, because the case is still in court. And then uh, up up till now, Simon Ekpa is being presumed innocent until when proven guilty in the court of law. But one thing I want to say, that the gov the Nigerian government cannot stop Biafra. No matter how you like, arrest everybody, because that is an ide ideology which has imbibed into the life of an Igbo man. You cannot stop something you believe on. Ojukwu initiated this Biafra struggle. How old was Ekpa? Or how old were Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when Ojukwu fought the Biafra war? Here we are today, almost 37 years after. Now we are still speaking about Biafra.
It's something.
Yeah, okay, 50 something years now. We are still discussing this issue. So it shows that if you plant a tree and you cut off the tree from the stem, probably that whatever you plant, that tree would grow again. But when you cut it from the root, you've disengaged, you've disabled, you've cut off the lifespan of that tree. So the government should not tackle this issue of Biafra from the surface. Let them go back to the origin, meet with the people they're supposed to meet with, deal with it, because if not so, thousands of Ekpa will come out, will surface.
Senator Ned Walker made such projections.
That's the what you have said. You don't need. See, one thing is that when Nelson Mandela was fighting for appetite, even when he was being arrested by the then South African government, his people rose up and were fighting. So now there will be more unrest in the southeast, because what the governors could not do for them, this young man has been doing it, protecting them, speaking in favor of them. So I believe at this point the government should dialogue now, because now is the best time for them to dialogue, because if not so, the more we would get more troubles in that region. Even the president himself has he forgotten that during the local struggle he said he does not believe in one Nigeria. Now because he is within the corridors of power, he cannot say that again. So when you are being deprived of your constitutional rights, Nigeria will be you will be fed up of this contraption called Nigeria. So one thing is that the question is that the president needs to sit down. What is the Igbo man really fighting for? Are they heavily marginalized? In the in the in today's government, is the Igbo man included in government? So these are the questions the government need to sit down to tackle this thing, because if this thing is not tackled, my brother, the Igbo man will not renounce Biafra on any cost, because that is their identity. Just like Oduduwa is the identity of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and why Arewa is the identity of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. So every person, despite our what we we have our own identity. So that Biafra identity is a trademark in on in the life of every Igbo man. So coming to say you've arrested Simon Ekpa, that one is just that one is out of it. Simon Ekpa is just how, how an ant in this struggle. Now that is off the radar, someone else might take up that position and continue to, because I think why this Biafra struggle has been gathering momentum is the fact that the people have lost hope in government. The people sees Simon Ekpa as their government. The people sees Simon Ekpa as people who can restore that lost glory in the Biafra land.
As a beacon of hope.
People sees him as the beacon of hope. So that is why even when the governor gives orders and Simon Ekpa gives order, people flaunt the governor's order and obeys Simon Ekpa's order. Who 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 is the major cause of it? It is the government. The government created the lacuna, and now they are fighting very difficult to have a say in that region.
Now, if the government claim they are fighting terrorism, about scores of militaries or soldiers were killed in the north this week. And then why are they not combating insurgency in the north? Or they are not part of Nigeria?
I have always said that if the energy Nigerian government and Nigerian defence headquarters has been chasing Simon Ekpa, who lives in diaspora, who does who does not reside here in Nigeria, if government have put in that energy, this issue of banditry and terrorism would have ended in Nigeria. The same energy you've been chasing Simon Ekpa. If such energy isn't put in or force, we would have gone a long way to curb insecurity in Nigeria. But such energy is not being put into the present day, into the system to tackle this terrorism.
NSA Rubado and Bianco Juku is on board Finland. Would that make any difference? Or are they going to bring back Simon, to bundle back Simon Ekpa?
The official statement from the Finnish government has come out to say that they've released a press statement that Simon Ekpa will be tried in Finland. So let's see the outcome. But one thing I would say that the 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 the, the, the problem of the Igbos are the Igbo themselves, because Bianca Ojoduku was being drafted into this struggle at the dying minute to be the spoiler of this Biafra struggle, because and not just that, a sensitive position was being given to her, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, and then with her influence, she will speak to diplomats and ambassadors in different countries to convince them about buying this idea of Biafra. So I think at this point, let's wait and see the outcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. It's a pleasure. Thank you for your wonderful submission.